Hello, this is the trade site Forex market preview and international economic data roadmap for the week beginning Sunday the 16th of July 2017 and ending Friday the 21st. This will be options expiration week, but it is not triple expiration, so it should not have a huge focus on Forex. Here's a look at the dollar index daily chart. New lows for the last year as the dollar is breaking down, just mostly on Friday. The rest of the week was very boring. It's starting to feel like summer, right? For sure. For Forex, it's usually July, late July and August. So we usually go half size when it slows down. I was all ready to do that after this week, and then Friday was actually kind of interesting. So we'll see. We'll give it one more week, maybe with normal size, and just see what we get because we're moving down to new lows here. Let's go through the major indices, and then we'll see what we got on the intra-week action, and then go from there. So here's a look at the euro dollar. 13 sell signal basically in place now as of the close on Friday. So keep that in mind. That is a big one. There was a sell signal on pound dollar 2 weeks ago. You can see that was obviously the high, and it pulled back for a bit. Aussie dollar breaking out to new highs for the year. It's just the opposite of the dollar, obviously. This is the end that's interesting to me. This is a great cup and handle formation on the pound yen. If it makes new highs, you should buy that thing. Euro yen, not much there. New Zealand dollar, not breaking out like the Aussie is. Okay, let's look at the intra-week action. Here's 30-minute candles on the euro dollar. This is what I'm talking about. High to low for the whole week. Barely 120 pips, the bulk of it in about I'll call it a 90 pip range. So that's really, really narrow activity. Even though we did have an up move on Tuesday and a back down on Wednesday, Friday's the one we caught there. That's just really narrow. If you look at the pound dollar, now this looks better. It's almost 300 pips total for the week. But you got to remember that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday combined was only 120 pips on the pound, and then Friday was the big day up when the dollar broke down. So, again, most of the week was looking pretty bad and uneventful until we caught that move on Friday. All right, let's take a look at the economic calendar for the week ahead. Let's get ourselves sort of a roadmap, see what we got. So, we've got the right move HPI out of UK Sunday night. Bank holiday. Japan starts the week on holiday. China has their GDP for the quarter, industrial production, fixed asset investment, NBS press conference, and retail sales. Monday, a little light. Europe's got the CPI at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Canada's got foreign securities purchases, and the U.S. has Empire State Manufacturing Index. Then that night, New Zealand does their CPI, got new motor vehicle sales in Australia. UK has the CPI, PPI, and RPI, and HPI, all their inflationary numbers coming out at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time Tuesday morning. German and broad European zoo economic sentiment at 5 a.m. Got import prices here in the U.S. in the morning. GDT price index out of New Zealand that evening. Tick long-term purchases in the U.S. None of this is a big deal. Wednesday already, German 30-year bond auction. Canada's manufacturing sales. U.S. building permits and housing starts. Australia's CB leading index. Crude oil inventories out of the U.S. Trade balance out of Japan. 9:30 p.m. Wednesday night. Employment change, unemployment rate out of Australia, NAB quarterly business confidence number. Japan's got their rate announcement, Bank of Japan, going into Thursday, and their all industries activity report. Switzerland's trade balance, German PPI, Europe's current account. Bank of Japan does their press conference. Retail sales out of the UK. And then the ECB, the European Bank, does their rate announcement at 7:45 a.m. Thursday morning. And their press conference follows. U.S. has their weekly unemployment number and the Philly Fed. Consumer confidence out of Europe. CB leading index here in the U.S. and the Natty Gas, that's the weekly number. Visitor arrivals in New Zealand. Then you jump to Friday where we've got public sector net borrowing in the UK. Nothing in the U.S. at all on Friday. Canada CPI retail sales, and that's it. Keep in mind, like I said, no data in the U.S. Friday, and also it's options expiration. It's a summer Friday. So it's probably not going to be very interesting. But then again, this Friday was, so who knows. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.